Erwin D. Raglan enlisted in the U.S. Navy in 1938. He served through the Second World War. On November 6, 1951, he and 9 others were flying an intelligence mission on a Navy Neptune reconnaissance plane near Vladivostok, Russia, when the aircraft went missing. As of late 2020, his family still did not know what happened to him or the 9 others. He was still listed as missing in action. In January 1942, Erwin was serving aboard the cruiser USS Chester and began keeping a diary. The diary's earlier pages provide a summary of the attack on Pearl Harbor and its immediate aftermath, and a battle near Tarawa Island in February. Those entries are recorded in separate videos. This portion of Erwin's diary covers the Chester's operations in the vicinity of the Solomon Islands. In early May 1942, planes from the aircraft carrier USS Yorktown launched 3 attacks on Japanese forces invading the island of Tulagi. Erwin was a busy junior enlisted sailor caught up in his daily responsibilities, not a historian. His diary provides useful information about the raid on Tulagi, while it also reflects the fog of war. Details made in these diary pages should be checked against the carefully constructed historical record. Especially given his status as missing in action since 1951, we are fortunate to hear from Erwin through his diary. The text has undergone minor editing. Scans from the first pages of the original diary can be found at the end of this video. The diary. Captain's inspection was held. Imagine sailing around in enemy waters and having all hands get prettied up for the benefit of one old woman, the captain. Arrived in the Tonga Islands on April 22nd. Anchored at the bay at Tengatapu. Rated Liberty. Really worth seeing the customs of the people. They are Polynesian nationality, which is practically the same as Hawaiians. Made one liberty and got some souvenirs. Stayed in this bay for 1 week. On May 3rd, in the evening, we were patrolling when we received word from the aircraft carrier Yorktown to increase speed to 27 knots and change course due north. We knew there was something going to happen. We all surmised that we were going to attack some island at dawn. When dawn came, we were still heading north at high speed. At a few minutes after dawn, a whole bunch of planes from Yorktown went into the air. They circled over this force, dipped their wings, and even waved. We still did not know what was coming off. Knowing their plane's frequency, we turned on the radio, and a few minutes later heard them talking back and forth. Found out they were getting on station for bombing of some ships laying at Tulagi. We heard the whole attack by radio. Just like listening to a prize fight, only more exciting. At this time, we were 90 miles from Tulagi, which is a Jap-held base in the Solomon Group. The first wave of planes, 42 in all, started to return to base, and at the same time the Yorktown sent a message to carry on. Not one plane was lost on this attack. Total damage done to Japanese was 4 hits on 3 cruisers, hits on transports and destroyers. None were believed sunk at this time. 3 cruisers and 2 destroyers got underway when bombing started and headed directly toward us. We prepared for action. The second wave of planes changed our plans and attacked the 3 cruisers and 2 destroyers, sinking the 2 light cruisers and hitting the heavy cruiser. The 2 destroyers were completely destroyed. In the harbor, all 3 cargo ships and 1 oil tanker. All were hit and damaged. At the return of the second wave of planes, a third wave was sent out to disable remaining floating objects. The heavy cruiser, which was previously hit, was found on the beach, and this time completely mutilated. The tanker was trying to sneak out to sea, but was sunk. Thanks to the good work of the planes, the Chester and Astoria did not have to enter the harbor at night and finish up the attack. At this time it was 3:45 p.m. and the place had been under steady bombing attacks since 8 a.m. At 3:45 we were within 40 miles of the island. Tokyo's response stated, from 300 to 600 planes and never less than 300 were unmercifully bombing and torpedoing. We again changed our course to the north. Total score for day was 2 light cruisers sunk, 1 heavy cruiser sunk on beach, 3 transports and cargo sunk, 2 destroyers sunk. A total of 9 ships destroyed without loss of a single life from American forces. The Yorktown lost 5 planes, which ran out of gasoline, but all personnel were picked up by destroyers.